show number 95.
94.
94, excuse me now. And we are here at the Glass Academy, ladies and gentlemen. Custom glass up in here. And what is this guy, Mom? What is the deal with this fella?
He's so cute, isn't he?
He is adorable.
Oh
What are you going to do to him, though?
It's such a shame to burn him, but...
No, Mom, no.
It's true.
What the? Oh, no, little fella.
What's happening?
Jason with the save. Got him on his feet.
What's happening?
What
Facebook
the?
Troll.
There he goes, and there goes Jason's hand. All the hair in his hand, folks.
You want to snip me and I'll go get more.
Yes, it does burn. Look at those little tentacles. Aww. Adorable. Mom's coming in for a little extra. She's not done.
If you're following our page, you'll know this is after 3 hours of being on Facebook last night.
I think what Mom's trying to say is that we've had some problems with bots in the past and in the present, spamming our amazing followers, and this was Botmang. And Botmang was custom made for this show to show our love and appreciation to all the bots and robots out there that talk to our followers and try and get money from our amazing friends and family out here. But there we go. Will it burn, folks? That's going straight on the Instagram. And goodbye to your little Botmang. He's totally toasted. All right. We got some ash coming down in the air. We love to have a little ash in the glass shop here, folks, but you guys know where we are, at the Glass Academy. It's a beautiful Friday night, happy hour. We got the Gus Stop rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good, looking fresh, and we've got our beautiful Marver camera angle set up for you guys. We got a lot of love for that, and Gus has a sign he'll be holding up when we do switch over to that beautiful angle. Jason, if you wouldn't mind grabbing our E-News heat shield over there and bringing it right over. We're going to be getting going, folks. I think it's either Dad or Mom on the warmer-upper.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact,
who shall it be?
I'm going to design this. No, I'll let you do it.
Oh.
I'll do it.
All right, Dad's on. Well, it's looking good, folks, and I'm going to show you guys a little something we got going on here. There's the giveaway question, which we will explain a little bit further into the show. You guys know what the deal is with that, though, if you've seen our show before. Mom's got
My mic's not on.
Mom's got a handful of twisties happening right here.
So tell you what, I'll go after the warmer-upper.
That sounds good. All right.
And what I will do is something new with the twisties, and it'll be really fun.
That sounds great, guys. We are switching it up. We're getting crazy, trying new things with you guys, trying to change up the show and keep things fresh for you. And Dad has his hot glass over there, 2,100 degrees.
How do you guys heat these up for the class?
And welcome right on in, folks. If anybody's new to the show, welcome in. We do these every Tuesday and Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Hot glass, cold beer, and all other kind of amazing things. But you see Chris going right into the Granny Apple Green right now. And once that cools down, I'll be able to focus on the glass itself a hair more. You got Jason bringing in the Screaming Hot Pizza paddles for Mom. And luckily, Dad's not going into another coat of green because he wouldn't be doing that. All right, here he goes. So this is a real green theme we got going on here. He puts 2 layers on it. We got all of our greens in a beautiful metallic black right there on the right, and Mom is lining up her green twisties on the paddle, nice and haphazard with the pattern. And Dad, maybe we switch this one over, well, I guess we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to figure out the best way to do that. Putting on the color, it'd be beautiful if we could get that camera on the color trays. Picking up the color, because that is a sick shot, folks. But there's our email, guys, if you're looking to reach out to us or if you want to enter to win some free glass tonight. Every show we give away a free piece of glass, the piece that we make on the pipe, the final piece of the show. And how about a Marver switch here? We got a Marver switch. All right. comes that bubble, you guys. Look at that expand. See that expand out there? Chris put a little bit of air in the pipe. He capped it with his thumb and blew out that first bubble. He's going to start lining it up. This is happy hour, guys. This is Friday night, our Friday night show, so we always work with drinkware on Friday nights. And I don't know exactly what he's making right now. This is the warmer-upper, so he's kind of just winging it. But he does have an idea. He just hasn't told us about it. And he's working the new jacks right now. We've got some brand new Carladona glass blowing jacks. Beautiful tool here. We're testing them out. And I got to test them out with Jason today. We've been blowing production. We made all your guys' candlestick holders. They turned out amazing. We also made some custom mug orders that are looking beautiful. We got a lot of work done today, you guys. And this is the icing on the cake for the show, for the evening. So you can see here, I can kind of hear what they're talking about. I'm going to zoom in on it, but look at the amount of glass that he has inside of the hole. It's not a lot. Let's see if we can, there's the focus. It's only about halfway into the reheating chamber, and it's been hot since we've been working all day today. We've had this thing on for about coming up on 6 hours, I think 6.5 hours, and it's molten. It's about 2,400 degrees in there, and it's heating this up real good. He's only heating the bottom half, which tells me he's gonna start swinging it downwards. He's gonna use gravity here and let this thing fall out, starting to shape his piece. This is a beautiful way to shape the glass without using tools, and I mention that to you guys all the time. If you use the jacks or use the tweezers to pull out that length, you're gonna have tweezer marks on the bottom. If you can heat up and focus your heat on just the bottom half like this, look at that beautiful swooshing angle that we got going on the piece here. A little cool down from the Marver. And that's chilling the bottom so that when he goes to blow this out, it doesn't completely blow out the bottom. It stays a little bit of thickness on there. We don't want this thing to crack or be sitting on a super thin angle of the glass or piece of the glass. That's looking really darn good. So welcome to the shows, you guys, all the Glass Academy addicts out there that are part of the Facebook page, and everybody else who watches our show from their home or from wherever you guys are watching from. Welcome back to the show. It's another beautiful day in the shop here. Like I said, we got a ton of stuff done. We're happy to be back on the show. We're happy we got our mics and our camera action working out real swell here. And look at the way he puffed out that bottom. That's an elegant, beautiful shape. Remember, that's granny apple green, and I did see him go into the iris gold dots here on the right side to put that iridescent bling bling special onto this piece. He's going for Maurice. I just taught Jason how to bring these today, and it looks like he just brought the perfect bit, which I like a lot. And we got his diamonds in his back pocket ready to use to make the punny out of that. We are getting lined up here at the Glass Academy, folks. Well, I'd love to hear how all you guys are doing. We've got a couple different locations around here. We've got Facebook, the feed popped right up here, so I can step back and take a look at what you guys are saying and who is in the house. Looks like Sharon Watch is in the house, of course, and she was actually here in person a little bit earlier. But no, everything's great. Everything's really good.
Heck yeah.
Everything's doing good.
I should have your mic.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think you're right.
Hand it over.
Oh,
It's not even nice.
well, the beautiful thing is I did watch the video. Like I was saying, when you're just standing here next to me, or even if I have the camera like this looking at you, Mom, or looking at Jason, we can all hear each other pretty darn well. So we're loving the new technology, folks. Well worth the money spent and the time waited to find this Sling Studio. It's been quite a minute. And take a look at Jason here. Now, if you guys could tell through the camera, these are those brand new punnies we're working with, and these guys are straight as heck. And look at Jason. He's getting the finger movements down. That's a huge part of working with glass is having your hands be able to move smoothly with the glass. And the smoother you can move it, the smoother your pieces are going to turn out.
All right, switch with me.
So it's very important. And a beautiful handoff here. Mom's going to take that pipe over to the knockoff bucket. She dunked it in a little bit of water, but you always, when you go with the blowpipe into the water, you always cap the very end of the pipe. Because if you don't cap it, then that steam is going to rise up into the pipe and fill it with hot steam.
Nice.
And the next time you grab it, you're for sure going to burn your hands. So I saw her cap the pipe,
Now we're
dunk it
gonna
in the
puff
water,
this.
and set
I'm
it
gonna
into
puff
our
it,
knockoff
Get
bucket.
the nice, yep.
All of
Sophie had it.
those colored shards and broken pieces of glass are going to break off, and we will remelt them in the recycle furnace. And Dad had his mic on, but I hope you guys could hear me. Was it just echoey, or was it just hard to hear? Well, anyway, we're back at it, folks. And so Dad's flipped it around now. When I was showing you, Jason, the angle of that pipe that he was holding, that was the puntying process. And that's how you flip this piece around. You see Chris finished up the bottom, completed that beautiful shape. He's leaving that nice and solid down there now. He just used the Sophietta to actually puff out that top a little bit more. We're on a solid rod, and there's a lot happening right now. I can't even keep up with it. We're on a solid rod, so he can't blow into it anymore, but after he expanded it a little more from the top side, he pulled it out nice and thin and trimmed off all that extra glass. He just did like 3 or 4 moves all in one heat. And there's 2 reasons that was able to happen. The first being he was using this granny apple green color. That's the core color of this Pilsner glass he's making on the right here. And this color is super soft and juicy. And so he's able to hold that heat and have a little extra time than if he was working with red or yellow or maybe a orange. But the other reason is the fact that he's a master glass blower and he's been doing it for so long. And if I go and try and do that move, I may have been able to get it off, but it sure would not have been as clean. And you see how beautifully thin that lip is up top and nice and even. That's a really beautiful piece right there. And imagine drinking some kind of delicious
Ackershore.
something like that.
Ackershore is a really nice wheat triple Belgian beer. You want to drink Belgians out of a nice Pilsner glass. It's a Belgian Pilsner.
Belgian Pilsner, folks.
So wheat, Ackershore it's called.
And that's right, Dad knows his beers. I don't know my beers. You guys know I don't drink beer. I'm more of a gin kind of guy. But you don't have to be drinking to appreciate a beautifully sculpted, handmade piece of artwork. And I think what we should do is actually turn off those lights back here because they're hitting me in the back and putting a shadow right on the bench when we're working. Beautiful. So maybe we just pop them on when we show them the featured table or something. Or we just angle it more, I'm not sure. But that's a beautiful piece. Remember, guys, we've got green, bright granny apple green, and then there's gold spots. So once we get the GA stamp on the side here, our signia of approval, it shows that it was made here by us, as if you guys hadn't seen it happen before your eyes. Jason goes in with a steady hand and goes swish. And then Dad is going to take one flash, and then we're probably going to get the reduction on here. And you're going to see Jason turn up the gas in the reheating chamber. He's going to make it a much more gassy flame. You see those flames coming out of the front side now. And all that gas inside the hole, extra gas. Thanks, Mom, that's great. That extra gas is going to puddle all the metals to the surface and give it a beautiful iridescent sheen. And I see Mom over there, she's kind of surveying the garage because she's got some ideas. She wants to prototype a new color style, like I was telling you about the twisties. Geez, look at the iridescence on the outside here. You see that blue sheen to the glass. Mom is interested in prototyping these new twisty cups, and we've been doing a lot of work with these twisty pieces. Look at this, you guys. This is one of those pieces that you can appreciate the shape and see how beautifully crafted that is. And when we do the annealer reveal tomorrow, you guys will see the true colors will make sure it comes off nice and smooth, which I have no doubt it will.
And this one is available. It's going to be for sale
available
tomorrow.
That's right.
We don't sell very many we don't make too many Pilsners. They're a really tough glass to make, and it's really nice to make them super thin. So that'll hold about a 22 ounce beer. You pour the whole thing, you stick the neck right down in there and bring it up real slow. There's a technique to pouring a nice Belgian Pilsner.
Big time. And that's really beautiful. Like you said, that is for sale. That's going to be on our Annealer reveal tomorrow, which we will give you guys prices, and they will make it onto the website at 6 p.m. You guys can see Jason is expressing his love for today.
A little heart.
Beautifully on his shirt with that little heart.
Where are we going with
Looking great, number 4.
A 4.
And he flips it over and takes it right away. A little pep in his step. He said that was a thinner piece, so you know he's got to hustle over there. You don't want to hold the glass, even with that beautifully fireproof and non-heat pull-in material. You do not want to hold on to it forever, because then you start doing that, and it gets crazy.
All right.
So that sounds awesome.
Looks like Michelle's on the blowpipe now.
It does look so. Watch out for this glass ball, this glass egg that's rolling around the shop.
Is that still 1500 degrees? Let me get it.
Just check it out now.
Oh, I can do it. Nope.
Jeez. Well, here comes Mom, and so she's got some color on here. If I had to guess just by looking at the way it looks on the pipe, I would have to say it's this beautiful opal green here on the left. It's kind of like an Easter egg green. And she's got a bubble in there. She doesn't know what she's making, but she's gonna have Jason bring over the Marinis. Not the Marinis.
Mom's got her Timberlands on.
And Mom's got her Tims on. What? I don't know. Dad was talking about your sweet new shoes. Duck feet shoes. That's right. Is that the real name?
Yeah,
That's the real name. And there you go. Check this out.
I could get 20% off.
So Jason was preheating these in the garage. 900 degrees is what these guys are sitting at. And with a nice hot bubble, she picked up as many of those as she could get on the outside. And she's gonna melt them in and start shaping them up. And these are gonna become a color pattern. And the reason we wanted to do this for you guys today, part of the reason is because anybody who's local, I know we talk about it, we do have classes, but this is the brand new paperweight class that we're doing, guys. This is gonna be a mug that Mom's making, but these are our 6 different color coordinated sweet bowls of twisties, and these are little chipped up pieces of candy cane. Look at all the different types of swirls we have, all the different color combinations we have. And when you come to do this paperweight class, we'll let you guys pick out 3 of your favorite, and you put them together and make a beautiful twisted up crazy vortex bubble paperweight out of them. It's a beautiful, beautiful process. And you see Mom now squishing those in there. It takes quite a few heats because that core bubble she had is pretty thin. It's pretty darn hot, and those little pieces were only at 900. I'd say she was at about maybe 1600 degrees, and she needs to equalize all those together. She may decide if she wants to leave it a little bit texturous, or she may go for trying to melt them all the way in. It depends on what she's thinking in her brain right now, and I can't see the words above her head, so we're just gonna have to see the way it goes. Unless you want to give us some insight, Mom. You can speak right to me right now. Nope. No speaking for me. Oh yeah, look at that, folks. Looking good. Back to the bench. You see how she sets it on the bench to blow it out. She gives her left hand a little more ability to come up towards the mouthpiece and have great control over the way that bubble is shaping up. And she lets it all fall down, uses beautiful gravity. Beautiful, beautiful gravity, folks. Our favorite tool here at the Glass Academy. And I'd say 90% of glass blowers, unless they're kind of downers, would say gravity is their favorite tool as well. if you know how to work with glass, you do know how to work with gravity, and it's a beautiful friend of yours.
I was thinking it was low.
You see her working it right now. It's looking really good, the shape of it.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is.
And you see Mom talking while she's working and thinking and answering questions. I can tell she's handling everything like a champ right now. But I think the plan is, you guys, we put much larger pieces of twisted cane. And when you pull cane, there's the beautiful, perfectly diametered middle part of the cane, just like sticky lollies, like pulling candy, that pulls out beautiful and thin, and we use for our candy canes. And on the end of either pipe that's connected together, twisting up those twisties, is thicker pieces. And it gets thicker and thicker until it connects with the pipe, and you've got a really large diameter twisty area. And so you'll see when we pull them out here, Mom set aside some of the thicker diameter twisty pieces to use as a handle. And you have any wise words for us about that?
About the handle that she
Twisty
told me she
handle?
wanted? Yeah, it's a tough thing to do, but she's going for it, man. She's going for the big time.
All right.
And I'm going to jump in front of Jason and bring that just because I know I want to bring it real hot, and he's apprentice, so he might not be able to get it as hot as she would want. So she already told me the color she wants, and she's going to be doing one of the handles that is a feminine handle that goes like this. If you can visualize that, everybody, I just drew it. It's floating right here.
Yep, I see it now.
Yep.
And Mom's not 100% certain if that's what she wants. But either way, folks, I haven't taken a look at the comments in a second here, but we will be showing you the featured table in a minute. Typically, we do the warmer-upper. Typically, we do the warmer-upper, and then we show you guys the board, and then we show you guys the table. I think Mom was really excited about...
Nope.
Ooh, baby.
Cut it off and gather right on that pipe so you'll be able to gather.
I think Mom was really excited about getting the twisties going, so we will show you guys the table after this, hopefully before 6:30, before it goes live. We got about 7 minutes. But Jason's going to gather up a new foot, so I'll take a chance here to just briefly show you guys what's going to be available tonight, because there is quite a few pieces, and I know we have a lot on here tonight. We do plan on downsizing a little bit, but we do have a few pieces, for example, number 5 and number 9, and here I am back to the action now, that are, we're not going to be making repeats of, you guys. So if you want to get in on any of those individual pieces, I would say it's 6:30. Take a look at the website and see which ones we have multiple quantities of and which ones are just individuals that we plan on doing only one time. And look at Mom doing this sweet twisted foot. It's kind of a spin on the Rosetta move. She's doing half twists, so they almost look like ruffles on the bottom of the piece. That's looking beautiful. Potato chip ruffle, Mom says. That's the name of it.
What are you going to do to it to make it hot and spicy? Ruffles.
Barbecue.
You got to put some barbecue flavoring on there?
We got to add the garlic to it, the iridescence.
The BAM?
So you see her using those brand new jacks. Look at the sparkle of those bad boys, folks. How about a round of emojis and everything else that makes some sort of cool sound when you send it into the video. And let's see some love for a brand new pair of tools, guys. These tools, depending on where you buy them from, there's many different manufacturers, and they're usually solo metal workers that'll make these, whether they're glass blowers or just metal workers on their own. But there's many different brands and different quality to those brands as well. And we got these guys, these Carladonas. They are beautiful, and you guys saw Steve on a few shows. He's been doing some beautiful new pieces I will show you guys that are on our featured table today. The swizzle sticks being one of them. And he sold us those Carladonas that he's had, and they are a beauty. Adding some new toolage to the shop, folks. That's a beautiful thing. Jealous of the shiny jacks, baby. And the shiny pipe, you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's not like we're really going out of our way to find these things, but I explained to you guys, or maybe Dad did, the story of these new 5 punnies that we got. And I had bought these for the Sterling Renaissance Festival, which I had planned on doing before coronavirus gave us some work in our lives. And I just actually made the call about a month ago, maybe a little less, that we were gonna not do the Sterling Ren Fair this next coming year because we've got too much on our plates here. And as you guys know, we've really downsized since the pandemic. We're focusing on the live feeds, we're focusing on teaching new classes, and really getting this business really streamlined to what we want to do with your guys' amazing help and support. It's been incredible through this pandemic journey, but yeah, I decided not to do that. I had bought those 5 punnies myself for that show and many other pieces of equipment. My dad and I built a glory hole together, which was a pretty cool process. And so I sold those in a way back to the Glass Academy, and we are now using these brand new punnies, and it's beautiful. That's light green, dark green, that's black, that's emerald green. So you want emerald? All right. Very good, very good. So we're getting the colors figured out. We're going for a lip wrap on here, and she's going for a green, an emerald green lip wrap. And let me take a look, if you can, after that heat. I'll get a nice zoom in on those twisties. I haven't had a chance to really get a nice shot on them, but she melted them in pretty darn good. The cool thing about the twisties is that they've got this clear coating on the outside, so it doesn't completely connect with your color. And as you guys know, different colors react differently with other colors. But by having this clear coating on the outside, it ensures that all these colors are gonna stay the color, the green color, all these varying greens that they were when she first picked them up. And they're not gonna be altered by the granny apple green or the opal green that she has underneath those twisties. Beautiful ruffled foot on there. Dad is going for the green lip wrap. We got about 2 minutes till the website is live, folks. Look at this application. Mom is not in the shop making mugs very often, guys. So doing that lip wrap like that, that's a move that takes a long time to learn the perfect consistency to pull it off and have an even wrap on top. So although she's been blowing glass for a long time and has a lot of talent, to jump back into it like that after not doing a bunch of lip wraps and make a perfect lip wrap like that is a pretty impressive thing. I dare say it warrants a heart emoji. I dare say. So we got Jason giving it a nice paddle, and I would use the other jacks for opening them up. For whatever reason, those guys need to be broken in a little bit more. Yeah, grab her those other boys, yep. And so you see Dad over there is grabbing the handle, and I'm gonna get a nice view when he comes on over. Are you bringing it to the furnace or the hole? All right, so he's got the recycle furnace door open. It's not as hot as the glory hole, but it is a separate heating source, so he doesn't have to be bumping elbows with Mom. It's gonna be difficult for him to wrangle this in. This is a long and thin piece of twisty glass that he's gonna start to get hot enough, and to be able to get this thing hot enough that he can make it into a handle and have enough heat. You guys see the way we put on these blown handles. It goes on very hot and very fast to get a natural shape and look to it. So he's gonna get as much heat as he can on there. And meanwhile, Mom's gonna be planning out her timing. She's got her tools looking ready. And she would like the looping tweezers. I think those are them. Yep, you got them. And she's gonna use those to probably give this guy a little curl maybe on the bottom. I think that was the plan, I'm not sure. We're gonna see how it goes. And it looks like Chris has got some motion on that piece. Mom's gonna take one more flash, and here we go, guys. This is all about timing here. And you see Chris outside of the hole. They're talking to each other. And the website is live, I do hear. The website is live, folks, so I apologize we weren't able to give you a visual of what's for sale. But again, if you guys have a separate monitor, or if you need to pop out of the video to see those individual pieces, I think there's 4 or 5. We have a few sets, special deals tonight of waffle glasses with twisty swizzle sticks. And look at this application. I just got to hold right on, folks. Oh yeah. She cuts it on there. She grabs it with the looping shears, flips it around, and sticks it on there. Maybe a little torch action, yep. Right on the connection point on the bottom. That's beautiful assistance right there, ready to go. And she jams it on with a chuckle. And that's looking pretty good, folks. That's looking great. Looking awesome. And I appreciate, as I look over at the camera here, I see Dawn answering comments. I know we have many fans that have been watching since the beginning. Beautiful, amazing customers, friends and family of ours. We have the Facebook group created by our followers, the Glass Academy Addicts, where you guys discuss all kinds of glass and what's going on in your life and the new pieces that you guys have purchased. And I see that you guys are answering questions for us as usual as we switch out of this. Anyone who's on the camera doesn't have quite as much ability to see the comments, so I appreciate all you guys answering those questions for us every now and again.
Push up under there, you'll push that in.
And so this is a little trick right here that he's doing, Mom's doing, that Dad just explained to her, is something that we weren't really doing for up until this year, I don't believe. And it was a really sweet fix to when your piece gets a little out of round, and just a little push up on the handle usually straightens it right out. Right now she's focused because Jason brought over the GA stamp. Boom, right on there, looking good. Certified Glass Academy product. And this piece is looking great, guys. And I'll remind you guys that greens, depending on which green, but 90% of the time, these greens do not look as true to the color as they are in front of me while they're hot. So you guys are gonna see it, you see that glow, and then you see all the twisties kind of look like they got different colors going on. She's got clear on the bottom. She's straightening out that lip. It's looking really good. And she's gonna put a little bit of water on the connection. She's gonna take it over. And hopefully with a gentle tap here, with the tweezers, boom, it pops off perfect. So now take a look at those colors. When we first looked at that handle, that was a light green, kind of like the body of her piece here. Now obviously it's dark, it's looking a little bit different, but Jason's gonna give that a nice squish with the old squisher.
Should I do this then?
Yes, squish on. Perfect. Dad's got the tongs heated up and ready to go. Gives it a flip. Off to the annealer that goes. Nice one, Mom. Any words for us about how incredible that piece was? Wordless. Speechless. That was a beautiful piece at the Glass Academy. You guys don't often see Mom eager to get on the pipe, so that was a beautiful thing. We do have some custom orders here and there, and some I think in the future coming up that are special requests for Mom to get on the pipe, so we love that. If you guys do get a custom piece, you can always decide which artist you'd like to make your piece. But Dad's coming in hot to model some of these sweet pieces, you guys. The website was live about 3 minutes ago, and he's gonna start with the Tornado glasses.
Look at these puppies. We made these the other day, and they are pimp.
Yeah.
Super cool. A lot going on in here. Ooh. 3 different color combinations. This is the pinks and the purps.
Yep.
Then we've got the blues.
Oh yeah.
Got the tradition going on, Glass Academy stamp. You got a real nice looking zigzag on the Tornado cup.
You guys see all the colors are tinted a little bit because we put gold behind all of the colors. So that's where our iridescence is shining through in all the colors. That's the black and white special. Number 13 is, in Mom's opinion, the favorite glass of all 4. Before we could do anything and show you guys, she snagged number 13 because it was such a sweet color combination.
Yeah, and she took it home and told me that I wasn't allowed to drink out of it.
Oh, jeez.
But that's all right because it's an amazing piece. We're going to be making a lot more, but it's 3 different color greens. We got like an opal Nile green. We've got a granny apple green. We've got that emerald green. It's a beautiful color combo.
So, well, I want to say before we move over to maybe our Galaxy glasses, that these are some of the individual sets that are going to be gone as soon as you buy them, you guys. We're not doing multiples of these sets. This is a special bonus price tonight with some of the brand new swizzle sticks that Steve has been working on. Beautiful pineapple texture, two-tone glasses. There's our numbers. Each one has a different color combo. These ones are clear and the perp. And each one has a different swizzle stick in there. And you guys will see pictures of those on the website.
What's up with the cookie?
I don't know.
The milk cookie glass. Look at this guy. It's got the chocolate chip cookie right in the bottom.
You guys remember we did this one on the live feed. This is a beautiful milk and cookie special. There's one of those available. Number 9 is an individual. And then if you want to hand model the brand new Galaxy glasses we got going on.
This one I showed on the Anila reveal, and people may have got a little bit of a taste, but this thing's got an electricity going on. Check it out. Look at the optics. That's that really amazing electric blue that's made adding copper, the mineral copper to it. But that thing is gorgeous. It's got the Rosetta clear foot on it, which acts as a magnifier for that interior area. The GA stamp, of course, but we've got 3 different colors. We've got the white and copper blue. We've got the gold ruby, which is beautiful. It's almost got a kind of a tendency to go towards salmon. And then we've got the white and recycle, which is a nice, really nice, beautiful optic blue.
Beautiful.
I love those. That's numbers 1, 2, and 3, guys. Brand new line, the Galaxy glasses.
All right. Last thing on the table is our Corona shot glasses. Once again, guys, we know the virus or the vaccine is out there, and people are getting their Corona vaccine shots, so we thought it was kind of funny. We'll toss these back up on here. Everyone out there, small and large, Mom said to say,
that should be a tradition. When you get your first shot, you do a shot.
Yeah, out of the Corona shot.
Yep, when you get your second and final shot, you better do a shot to celebrate that you got both and you're safe.
Heck yeah.
I think that's pretty sweet. What's going on down here?
Oh, this is that little sprouty guy with a foot on him. He's just chilling down there, down low. We made a couple more sprouts today, guys, with the spike style that go into your plant, and they turned out amazing. And that is the way she goes.
So artist choice means it's my turn.
Huh?
Unless you want me to hand off the mic. All right, I'll take it.
Perfect.
These guys, all right. Well, Jake's going up, artist choice. Jay's gonna be doing it up. He's gonna be assisting, and I'm gonna talk to you about the contest. Of course, you guys know what's going on in here. The red and orange, the pink and purple, the blue twisties, the multicolors. And then we've got the question. What was your favorite show to binge on during this year? So is that 2020? 2021 probably. What was the favorite show that you binged on this year? I can tell you a few good ones that I watched, but I'm just getting into Bridgerton. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's pretty sweet, you guys. I love that era. That's the era that totally is all about Venetian glass. The gorgeous, heavy candelabras, Venetian stemware, all that really gaudy, crazy stuff. That was during that time period in England. They were getting all their glass from Murano, which is an island off the coast of Venice. It's a beautiful spot. I worked there for a while, a few times. Michelle and I have been there quite a few times. So these guys are talking about their piece. It's artist choice. It's happy hour. We know it's going to be some type of drinkware. Is this thing going to have twisties in it? Is it going to have a COVID in it?
This is not going to have a twisty in it. I'm going to make a stem of a goblet with one of those long twisty boys.
Oh boy.
Mostly because Jason and I practiced our Avolios today together and we got the system down.
Nice. I like it. You guys better say hi to the cheese over here. She's amazing. Woohoo! Yeah, that's Kaylee. She's holding the fort down. Her and Lucy are counterparts. Oh, she's not on tonight? Oh, I guess Lucy's not on tonight, you guys. Which, well, we miss you, Lulu. Sorry you're not there. Kaylee's doing it all on her own. See if we can get a little close-up of this flame right here, you guys. Nice setup if you're a glass blower to have a nice oxygen propane torch next to your bench to do some quick reheating for different things. We've been making some pretty cool stuff ever since we started using that oxy propane torch. Oh, hold on a second, everybody. I'll see if I can mute myself.
It was the perps, folks, and I'm going in for a second layer here.
2 layers of the perp. I know a lot of you guys know the perp is made with manganese. Manganese is a really expensive mineral, and that's why the perps is really expensive.
That's right, the perp.
This is, we had the warmer-upper, then Michelle did an artist choice. This is Jake's artist choice. Eventually, we're gonna get to the last piece of the night, which usually happens about 20 minutes to 8, everybody, and that's the giveaway piece. And you can't win the giveaway. You can't let us give you free glass at the Glass Academy here if you don't utilize this email address right here, enews@glassacademy.com. All you need to do is answer our question every week, twice a week. We have our show and we do the question. And this week's is, what was your favorite show to binge on this year? What did you love to watch and what kept you up until 3:30 in the morning because you couldn't hit that stop button fast enough and you accidentally hit the OK and it played another
That
episode.
button comes quick, too.
That happened to me last night, actually. I was watching The Magicians, and after like about 5 episodes, I had to just stuff the remote down into the couch and run out of there.
Blow.
Check it out. He's
Blow
got
hard.
a beautiful pineapple mold.
Good.
Looking good. So he's making a goblet, you guys, or a wine glass, or a chalice. You can call them whatever you want. Just depends on how cool you want to be. But he's going to be putting one of those twisty stems, which is the end of a cane pull. I'm going to bring you over here and show you. These guys prepped this earlier today and put 5 of them. The first one I already took out, but there they are in the garage. Look how hot it is in there. This is a garage. It's an Italian piece of equipment. And here's the temperature gauge right here. Sitting above 1,000 degrees, you guys. It's about 1,100 degrees. You see the flame in there trickling around, looking real good. But the cool thing about the garage is that you can put glass in and you can make parts, put them in there, and then use them 2 hours, 3 hours later, which is pretty sweet. Back in the day, and even probably today, on the island of Murano in the glass factories, these guys, the master glass blowers, would be blowing amazing pieces of glass, and they would have somebody who worked all day running the garage. That was their job, the garage right over there. And that garage was kept by another glass blower who would straighten up and completely take care of the master glass blower's pieces in there. And I remember when I was over there was a guy who was doing the garage, and the master's wife would bring him pasta and feed him pasta every day because he needed to make sure that he did a good job keeping the master's work nice and straight. It's kind of funny. All right, we got an Ovolio going on right now on the bottom of this piece. This is just the cup of the piece, you guys. And Jake's, yeah, he's adding, look right here, he's adding the glass onto the bottom. You need anything over here?
All good.
All right. Here's the connection going on.
Thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
Closer, hang it over here.
I can like help put it close.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I can like hold it here.
Silence, get in there.
Okay. Just gonna see how this goes.
I think a little torchage on it wouldn't hurt at all. Then just push it with the back of the jacks on itself. It's looking good. So that thing is probably a little long, guys. It's a little long. It's looking good, looking good. He's melting it in. A couple good flashes. That thing's going to be looking great. Then he's going to have to start thinking of the proportions of the piece. You know, where he doesn't know how tall until he gets that thing all situated. When he gets the stem situated, he added on there. Then he's going to start thinking proportions. He's going to add the foot on it, most likely with a footing tool. And then he's going to punty it up and finish the cup top. That's how a goblet's made in 3 different parts. The foot, the stem, and the cup top, guys. Ooh, nice and hot, looking good. Ooh, I think he's rolling this baby up. Check it out.
Dude, I'm feeling it. That's cool.
Alrighty then.
That's looking like something that Sticky Lollies would make.
Little clear bit.
It's the sucker goblet.
Folio like we were doing earlier off of this.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's looking good, Jake. Looking pretty good.
All right then. Not too shabby.
He keeps going back in and out of the glory hole, you guys, because he's got to keep that glass hot. If it doesn't stay hot above probably 1600 degrees, it's going to want to crack, especially that cup top that he went into the bowl of tone mold. All right, we got another little bit going on here. A little Avolio for the transfer to add the foot onto it. All right, looking good. I like it. So he's going for the second part of the Avolio. Now, all the pipes we use around here, guys, have to go into the pipe warmer. Check this out. This is the pipe warmer. And this thing preheats the end of all the pipes so that we can gather molten glass on them. You can't gather molten glass onto the blowpipes or the punnies if it's cold. No way, it's not possible. I think that we were talking about having some twisty glasses made, using the twisties all over the piece, and I gotta say, I think Michelle made the very first one. That sweet little mug she made, that thing's pretty tight. That's the very first twisty mug I think we've made here in the studio, so keep in mind that that puppy is a collector one. Just gotta have Michelle sign it. All right, so Jake's telling Jason about how big he wants the foot, and he's making a purple foot. Look at this guy's looking real nice. I like it. Nice job, Jake. It's looking really good.
We're gonna go with a footing tool foot on this. This is something we were practicing because of your guys', just like I had said, your guys' candlestick orders for those 3-balled, double-sided candlesticks we did, and those were great practice for me, and we got a couple orders for them. So Jason and I got to make them today, and now we know exactly how this process goes down. So we're gonna put it into practice again here on the show and make a footing tool foot to match this Perps top with the pineapple action.
Nice, I like it. The only way you get good at making footing tool feet is by making hundreds of footing tool feet, you guys. So, hey, you guys, you know we're trying to finagle when we have our 100th celebration show. So show number 95, because tonight is number 94. All right. So number 95 is going to be tomorrow morning, everybody. That's right. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., 11 to 12:30, and it's not going to be a drinkware because that's happy hours only Friday night. It's going to be the Gnome Show. I think that sounded appropriate. Look at that little guy. Boing. Boing. I'm not sure why when I see the gnome I think that boing. But the Gnome Show's tomorrow morning. We're going to be prototyping some gnomes, just messing around. Show number 95 from 11 a.m. to 12:30. Tune in if you're having a coffee, if you're having a mimosa, or you're having whatever you want. The thing that I want to say about the foot. Yep. All right, Jake's taking one on the marver. Looking good, looking good. Getting the diamonds ready. Who the heck is this guy? The gnome for the holidays. My mic was turned off, Kaylee, for a little bit. And it gets solved just quickly. I just turned it right back on. So everyone was thinking like 5 minutes ago. It's got quite a big delay. Looking good. All right, here comes the perp's foot.
Do one coat and then take it to the marver and do one of these and pull it all the way off. There you go. Now do another coat.
On that marver. That's plenty. Get it hot. Got the marver cam going. The M cam. I think that's what we should call it. The M cam. All right, looking good. Hit me back. Boom, back on the C Nordine cam. All right, so Jake's got a beautiful foot on there. Very lightly, he's going to be paddling on the bottom. It looks great. And then after this, when he stabilizes the heat on this foot, because it's way hotter than the rest of the piece, that's when Jason's going to be bringing the punty over. And the punty, aka the punty rod, which is the steel rod that's solid that you gather a little glass on to make the punty, then that makes the pontil mark. So the pontil mark is what's on the bottom of most pieces of glass, right in the center. And if it's an asymmetrical piece of glass, generally it is polished off. But a lot of times glass blowers try to finesse the piece so that the punty mark is hidden. So it's a cool thing to keep in mind when you're looking for glass and you're shopping in galleries, resale shops, other cool places online. It's nice to see, and generally on the bottom by the punty is where a piece is signed.
Pretty warm, so just come on over and hang out.
Ooh, did you see that fancy paddle flip, guys? Look out. Okay, we're going for the punty. Let's get a view right down here, down the end. Making sure it's right on center. Once it's on center, he's going to give a little bit of cold metal right to that neck. Check that out. Oh, yeah. And into the heat source. He goes in deep right away to make sure that that foot, which is the first thing coming out of the glory hole when you're working on it, it's the last thing in and the first thing out. So you really got to make sure you take time to give extra heat on the foot of stemware, because that's where it wants to crack every time. Look at how sweet that thing looks.
I may use the Sophie, yeah. Would you grab me the diamonds back?
Looking real nice. You see Jake is keeping it on center. You're going to be, what are you thinking, Jake?
I'm going to give it a puff, and I'm going to go for one of these.
Ooh, one more time. Nice, I like that.
That's right.
You're always thinking about the end result of what your piece is going to be, and he knows he wants to shape it. So that's the cool thing about using the Sophietta or the puffer, is that you can change the shape of the piece right there. And you see that thing puff out, and it gives it such a nice, elegant, lovely edge to it. Real nice puff, Jake.
Thank you.
Think that's how Puff Daddy, was he a glass blower?
He must have been.
He must have been. That's how he got his name.
I think so.
Yep. Puff, if you're out there, let's hear your favorite song, Puff the Magic Dragon. It's got to be a rap tune, too.
I've heard that over
Puff,
a beat
puff,
before.
puff, 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 puff. All right. Look at that. Goblet on the pipe, goblet on the arm. Kind of a nice shot there, guys.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
Oops, sorry, getting so close to you, Jay. That is sharp.
No reduction.
Stamping the bottom where the punty's at?
We're going to stamp the bottom. Or we can stamp, let's stamp the cup. Stamp the cup. A little bit? Yep, a little bit.
Just remember, you got a lot of torque when you're putting a stamp on there. These got to be gentle.
All right, maybe we should do it on the bottom. Okay. Then, yep.
Look at that, guys.
Now I do want to say, because this one's gonna be for sale, this bottom has a couple cracks in it from when I grabbed it, but you guys saw the 3 or 4 heats that I took to melt those cracks in. So there's nothing sharp about them in any way. They're just on the interior of that stem.
So now they're not cracks in there. Now that they're melted in, they're just air traps in there from where the crack was.
Precisely.
I like that. Well, that is the truth, but that's one of the things you got to think about for sure. But this is a beautiful looking piece. Look at this thing. A little bit of water on the punny, making sure it's on center. All right, he's coming over to the knockoff bench. Ooh, came off. I heard it come off just right.
A little stamp on the bottom. I'll get the forks.
Looking good. Now this thing's not done, most of you guys know, but you can't leave the glass sitting out right now and let it cool off to room temperature, it'll actually explode. So it goes into this annealing oven down here.
Yep.
And the annealing oven is sitting close to 1,000 degrees. And we put everything we make. Look at those things in there. The elements are glowing in there. And that is the temperature in there. It just went down to about 920. But this is the computer that brings this thing down to room temperature very slowly.
Whatever they are.
Nice job.
Thanks,
Oh, those are the antenna that survived?
little fella.
Nice job, Jake. Nice job, Jason. Real good, real good.
That was good. That was really clean.
All
Thanks,
right.
dude. It turned out pretty good.
Oh, well, look, we got a little bit of training on the punties.
I had to learn, man.
That's very nice. That's how you teach apprentices how to blow glass. You draw some of that action on the board. You saw Michelle the other night making those shard pieces. There's the 3 extras. There were some colors that we needed more of them in there. We just break those up with a hammer into little pieces, and then we can pick them up on the outside of the piece.
That's right.
Beautiful. All right, so what do we think? We're gonna go back over to the table?
I think we should take it back to the table. Let me grab this agua.
You can take a swig. Looking good, you guys. These things are the pimp. Buy up these glasses because Jake and I want to make more of them. I love making these things. They are really sweet. That is the Tornado Tumblers, a brand new product. And we actually have 4 different options here. We've got number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 13, which is just the color combo, which is the green. Michelle thought the green was the absolute best, so she took it home. That's okay, though. We got our shot glasses, number 4. We've got number 11.
And you see, that's because these ones, these sets, like I explained, are individual sets. The only time we're going to do them as the full set of 2 with the swizzle stick. So that must mean this set's already been gone.
Yeah, one's gone, the other one.
Looks like our swirl mug is out of here as
Oh,
well.
the white swirl mug's gone. Nobody got the cookie, the melted cookie glass yet. So got to get those guys. But look at number 10, the pert. I'm telling you what you could mix in there. And an old fashioned, jeez. Stand back. I like it. All right, so
All right,
what?
then.
Pass it off?
Pass it off. I think it's artist choice time.
All right, my turn.
All right, Jason, what do you think?
Something with twisties, probably.
Probably something with twisties. That is the theme for tonight.
All right.
You are right. You guys do know, you do gnome. We're going to be doing some gnomes here in the near future. So if you guys do have gnome ideas for us, you could send them into e-news with your giveaway question, and we will
Money shot right there.
try and implement those for us.
I think this is what my piece is going to be.
He's going into the red/orange bowl, ladies and gentlemen, and that would not be my first choice, and I'll explain why. But the first thing that I see is a lot of comments over here from you guys about me doing an amazing piece, and I really appreciate that. I was pretty happy with that one. Like I said, a disclaimer we will talk about on the
Just pull it out here.
annealer reveal.
You can pull
When
it
I
out
went
and
for
set
the
it there and I'll just roll
tweezers
it
to
up.
grab that long twisty stem and add it onto the piece. The tweezers here
I
are
think
not
that's
hot.
probably
They're
drink
cool.
what do you think?
They're,
Should we,
they weren't being used in any
goblet?
way
Should it be-
before I brought that piece over. So when I
With all
grabbed
these
them, they
on it?
put little fractures on the inside of that twisty piece. So I heated it up, gave it that extra heat. That's
Yeah,
why I
what
went
about
with the
mug?
full spiral twist instead of the long stem, because I wanted to squish all those cracks together. So there may be some bubbles on the inside of it, but we do know that it's completely melted in. You see Chris lining them up. Again, guys, these are the beautiful twisty ends and pieces that we use for necklaces and for keychain action, or we use them for our
Grab me some more, would you?
brand new paperweight glasses. And also under here, you see all of our Marini from previous shows lined up. We have about 35 more bins full of these little containers in the back. But those are the ones we've been using recently, and Dad just asked for some more. Jason brought some more over. He's completely lining up this paddle here. And he's going to be aware that once he puts that into the garage, he's going to need to give it 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to heat back up the temperature. If I sneak in between these guys, we can see We've had the garage on for quite a bit now. We're over 1,000 degrees.
Look at my adjuster.
And look at this sweet candy cane adjuster, folks.
Hold on a second. Bring it up here for a minute. Let me taste this. Spearmint.
What now?
That's spearmint.
I don't know about that, folks.
So I'm giving myself a little crazy action here.
It's all about the candy cane adjuster.
Those were once canes.
Oh, you're saying you gotta be steady,
I
yeah?
have to be steady when I take it out of there.
No pressure, Jason. Well, that's looking good.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna let him finish that up, guys. There's his leftover pile. I'm gonna swing it back over here. We're gonna see what Mom's got going on over here. We do have some t-shirts that I believe we had something to say about.
But you know,
Perhaps that they're on the website. Say that again? Kaylee knows. All right, well, I guess I'll just cycle back around and look at the table here. Beautiful table. Number 10. And these are on the website, guys. We have these numbered. Number 10 is the set that Dad was pointing out. There's one set and only one set available. We won't do remakes of those. You can buy everything individually, but this is a bonus for tonight's show. And all of these are numbered, and you guys find them on the website with their appropriate numbers. Some beautiful pieces. We got some kaleidoscope prototypes coming up, guys. Some kid-friendly equipment here at the Glass Academy. Christina is making up some sweet renderings, and I have been asked from tech support to ask if we have any Sticky Lollies followers and or Sticky Lolly people, creators of the lollies, on our beautiful show here. Back into the bowl. Oh, that was a green one. Into the green bowl here. And you guys, it looks like number 95, which is next show, is gonna be the gnome show. And that means that we do know that Dad and Mom are both in the shop on Mondays, and we will be prototyping those gnomes, and then we will be probably prototyping them even more on the show. And so this is actually Kean over there, you guys, talking to Dad. We do plan on having him start to make up some TikTok videos for us. If anybody's familiar with TikTok out there, send us an emoji in the chat. How about a clock emoji, if you guys can find those within your emoji reservoir. But TikTok is a pretty darn sweet thing, you guys. A lot of people are following TikTok, and not me, but it's actually this app where you make videos, loops and or videos with music over them, and people watch these videos. I think they're 30 seconds max, and they pretty much do all kinds of different things, whether it's satisfying videos, which I think we're in that realm of satisfying glass action, or dance videos, or anything really that is cool to look at. And you can scroll it just like your Instagram or your Facebook feed, and it's pretty darn cool. And I'm seeing a clock or two on the feed. I am also seeing some Sticky Lolly fans up in the house. So welcome on in, you guys. You guys know, and anybody who's brand new to the show, you win free glass by emailing us at enews@glassacademy.com. We got Dad going into the black, the K95 black. I think this has to be considered one of his favorite colors. Confirmed?
yeah, so I'm gonna roll up those twisties onto the outside of the K95 black.
Oh, baby.
So it's gonna make them really pop off. It's gonna be a whole slug of jewels all around the outside of this thing.
There's no slugs in tonight's show.
Aww.
But we do have some sweet slugs on the website, guys.
Nope, I'm gonna just puff it out, make it a cylinder, and then I'm gonna have you bring that out. So you can probably get ready over there. Yeah, I think so. Just hold it up in the air if you can, up high. Let it get nice and hot.
So I think his mic's
And when
on,
you set
guys.
it down, hit it with the map gas torch.
And we are on our sweet Marver view. You see him rolling that, you guys. Look at how consistently he turns the pipe. That is not something that you see in every glass blower. And honestly, for me, it's not spoken about much, but I really do compare myself and look at other glass blowers' talents
All
by
right,
the
set it down.
smoothness of their
Beautiful.
fingers.
And then
they may
just
know,
lightly torch
they may
over
have
the
a
top of
great
the whole
sense
thing.
of what the glass is and the way that it works and the history
Not in one
of
spot,
the glass.
all over it. There you go.
Trying to use the pusher.
Well, stop getting crazy with it. Move the torch.
Is his mic on? I'll let you guys hear what's going on over there.
Good enough. Just
Little
keep doing
private
that.
Party. I'll just look at it. You want to mute your mic, Dad?
What'd you say?
You want to mute your mic? And yeah, I don't really remember what I was saying, but we're about to watch a pretty sweet roll up here. You got these pieces getting nice and warm. Surprisingly, none of them are cracked. As I said, we kind of had to make sure they got warm in there, and you see him torching them to make sure there's a little extra heat on top. You got Dad coming in with the molten glass, rolling it across. One good roll, connected to the other side. We got 4 extra pieces, and before those things start cooling down on the outside, he's gonna get it into the hole and he's gonna start melting them into the body of this vessel, which we may or may not have an idea of what the vessel's gonna be just yet, but we do know that it's gonna have a crazy, sticky, marine, twisty action pattern on the outside. So he's lining them up, trying to straighten them out a little bit. You got to be aware that you do have a bubble on the inside of this, so he's thinking about how much he's indenting it in certain spots and how much he's letting it lean to the left or to the right. It's very important to keep the integrity of your bubble rolling on there so that you can blow this out into a symmetrical shape for whatever you're working with. Let's see some Marver action here, folks. And if you could hear, if the camera had sound, maybe I can get my mic nearby it. You hear a beautiful pitter-patter sound of those harder, twisty pieces there touching the solid Marver. And it's a pretty sweet sound. It's kind of like the shards when we were talking about the shards and how we picked those up onto the surface of the glass. You could hear a clinking and a tinkling of all the broken pieces of glass picking up on the outside. And there's a lot of cool sounds. There's a lot of cool smells in the glass shop. We're giving you guys as much as we can through an audio and visual experience, but obviously if you guys are local, it's beautiful to come take a class with us. But if not, we've got some pretty cool action going on here that we can work with these live shows. We've got some sweet prototyping coming up in the near future, and we've slowed down a little bit on custom orders, guys. So I do want to remind you all that any piece that we make, any product that we have, we will custom order for you guys. And you guys can let us know if you have specific colors you want, if you guys want a specific design, something you've seen done before. We don't necessarily like to replicate other styles of glass or other people's glass made at different shops, but we will put our own twist on a piece, and I believe I've got an order coming up for that. I'm not going to say any names just yet, but we may be making a really sweet picture coming up in the near future here. But it's a beautiful process figuring out exactly what we're going to make. And I can call you guys over the phone and we can speak via email, send some pictures back and forth and figure it all out. So you see Chris, he's going to be shaping this thing up to grow or to bring it to the exact size that he wants. And he's working the outside with the jacks, pushing down where he doesn't want the bubble to expand. And he's really shaping where that air from Jason is going. And look at this action here. Hopefully you guys can hear that sound of the jacks. There's definitely some texture on the outside, and this looks like some kind of candy on the outside of a mug. This is a really sweet looking piece so far. Looking good, folks. And so Jason's going to be starting up a crystal clear foot. I just heard it, folks. And there are some beautiful crystal applications of the glass, and that's something I like to work with a lot of crystal. You guys know I like the white color as well. It looks super matte finish, kind of like this black does. But working with crystal glass is really nice. For one reason, on a functional side of things, it's super hot and it's super juicy, and you can really shape it up the way that you want it to be on the piece. For another reason, you get to see the optics of the glass. You guys will see the way that light travels through the glass. You'll see a magnification of the glass that's around it, and it is a beautiful thing. And so he's got this black body. He's got those twisties on the outside. They look pretty darn average in color right now, and I'll show you guys what color box that came from.
Side, it didn't fall off the middle.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure you get it right off the bottom, nice and even. So I get a perfectly round thing.
And so now he's squishing on the clear. Like I said, it's crystal and it's straight from the furnace, so it's hotter than if we had to apply some other color to it. So he's gonna get on the outside. You see Jason working the foot, Chris working the outside with the metal tag. You only use the metal taglia when you're working with molten glass right at the beginning of its application to the piece. Once that foot cools down, and once if they flipped it around and Chris was to open up the lip and Jason started using that metal paddle right on the thin lip that they were opening up, it would cool it down so quick, and especially after a certain point, staying on there with the metal paddle, you would crack the tips of that lip and it would be absolutely no good. So it's still hot enough. It's actually hot enough right now that he's blowing his air onto that foot to cool it down and solidify it. And just your breath like that will cool the glass down pretty darn quickly and get you into a nice stable temperature that you can apply the punty. Not too hot that it fuses together and you can never dislocate this next piece they applied to it. Just the right amount of strength on the connection. And you can finish the rest of the mug and still just put a little bit of water down there and start the fracture and break it off nice and smooth. All right, Mark answering some questions for us. I appreciate that. You got Jason bringing a beautiful punny, beautiful shape to it. He's got that down. Chris knocks it right on center, first try. It's a beautiful thing. You always line it up a little bit afterwards. A little tap of the pipe. Jason walks away with the mug, nice and steady in his hands. It's beautiful. He's getting a good feel for the glass. And Chris asked for a clear lip wrap, so he's probably going to heat it up. He's going to line it up, see if he needs to either trim it or just open it up a hair and get it prepared for the lip wrap application. The question, Dawn, is right here. What was your favorite show to binge watch this year? That's the question of the night, you guys. You send that in to enews@glassacademy.com. Don't even need to go over there because here it is. That's the email that you guys can send that answer to be entered to the giveaway. Here is the red-orange pile that Dad pulled from to put onto the outside of this mug that he's working with.
Gonna have to be a bunch of teachers' pets who say blown away.
Oh man. And so he's gonna go for the trim. So now you see this is a really satisfying move, you guys. He's pulling it out with the tweezers, nice and thin, and he's taking the shears and he's gonna go in with a really steady hand. And this took a long time for me to learn how to do. That move right there is something that I've seen and met master glassblowers that do not know how to do that move correctly because that's kind of a specific drinkware move. But he cut that off so that now he's got a nice thin lip up top and it's extra even. Look at the angle here. Jason's hardly going to need to paddle the top of this because he's already evened it out almost to perfection. And Jason's going to bring over that lip wrap. It's a lot of glass now. He's got a full trail coming over here.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What exactly happened here?
And the lip wrap, we're teaching him.
Bring me gather and just bring it over. It can be really small.
Just like the Evolio gather.
Throw another one. Just
on a
take
little
the gather
blowpipe.
and bring it over. Like you gather it and then count to 2 and you should be standing here. After you touch the glass, to the punty, you should be here in 2 seconds.
So he wants Jason to jump over the marver,
That's
kind of
right.
like Joey would, and do a front roll, and then hop up and be ready with the pipe. So that's a difficult move.
All right, let's do it.
See how it goes, but it only takes a little bit of glass, and nice and hot, just like he's got it here.
That's
and
beautiful.
The hotter it is, the more Chris is able to decide how much he wants to take off of it. If it's a cold
Thank you,
piece,
beautiful.
he's really got to work the way that it goes on there, and you have to use the tools more, like I like to talk about. It's not a beautiful thing using the tools too much. But a beautiful clear lip wrap like that, after a trim, you've got it nice and lined up, and that clear lip wrap, that extra application of color,
like
puts
that.
a
Never
little
marver a
more
lip wrap.
stability
You just-
on there.
I don't know. I feel like I was bringing something for something else.
That's right. That's right, Tanya. The tuck and roll. Precisely. All right. So he's heating up just the top half. I'm going to get a zoom in on here. You guys will see the texture on the outside of this piece. What the?
Hit it with the piece.
Come on now, give it to me, baby. Oh, yeah.
What do you want to paddle?
And so the black really shows the distribution of heat. Notice how he doesn't have any heat on the bottom of the piece. I'd say it's still probably like 1,200 degrees down there. But on the top, we're talking 16, 1,700,
Right.
nice and juicy.
Handle.
And it's handle time.
Has he brought a handle? Or?
Nope, you just make it and hand it to him. We did about 3 today that were perfect. We were working with crystal clear handles. We made a set of 3 mugs today, finished. And if you're out there, the one who ordered these, you know who you are. And they turned out perfect, guys. And there's a pretty big thing about making glass. Everything that's handmade, making it match, making it the same size. Let me get a nice zoom right in on that guy.
The punny's a bit cold.
Ooh, yeah, sit that down and give the punny a torch.
Yeah, I feel like
Well, take a flash first, but then give it the torch. There's definitely a beautiful thing about being able to replicate the size of the piece you made before the last, and then the one that you make after that, and having them all line up perfect. You can blast it. That's just clear glass. Just go as close as you can to it. There you go. Perfect. I'm gonna give that another deep flash now, and he'll be ready for you. And today we made a set of 3 cups for an amazing client of ours. And they turned out literally the exact same height. And I'm pretty excited to send these over to her. I do believe we have the giveaway winner has just been presented onto our table, folks. So we will be doing our giveaway. Oh, and Chris is making things nice and challenging out here. Going for the optic twisted handle. No backing down, you guys. And look at the switch off here. He's gonna get that nice and hot. Chris is gonna give the torch or the punny a little more love, as you saw Jason doing.
real hot, Jay. Yeah.
Jason's getting it nice and soupy, and this is gonna be a pretty fast, pretty quick movement, guys, testing everybody's abilities right now.
Keep beating it. Spin both ways. All right, get it out here.
And here it goes.
Straight up in the air. When I say spin, spin.
He sticks it on,
Spin.
pulls up,
Spin.
starts twisting
Spin.
the pipe, cuts it off. Oh yeah, baby.
With the save.
Had to step in there, a little chilly on the cut mark, but look at how beautiful this handle turned out. Nice work, Jason. Nice work, Dad.
Good job.
I'd say that punny is ice cold right now, so he's back in the heat. If we were to stay out here for another 25, 30 seconds, that thing would, without a doubt, have fallen off the pipe. You can see the beautiful thing about working with this black glass is you can really see the temperature of the glass. And all colors hold the heat at a different temperature, or show that heat, show that color at a different temperature.
Oh, you got it.
At a different color scale, I mean, geez.
I got it. Get that thumb.
And so black's a beauty to work with. You can really see the heat you have. I can tell it's getting cold now. It's the subtlest of changes, guys. And until you guys, I know you guys have all been watching the show a lot. It is a little difficult to show that true heat and that change of redness through the camera, but when you get to know the glass and you get to know the colors that you work with, you get a much better idea of how you guys can push the limits heat-wise. Thumb bit right on top. That's a juicy water droplet. He's putting a little extra love on top of that, and he's probably going to go for a squish right here. Listen up now.
Oh, I love it when it makes sense.
That got on there perfect. The glass sometimes does make that noise. And he's going for another heat now. Nice and deep. If I could get in there and take a quick, I know he's coming out quick, but he's flashing that thing all the way on the punny. And look at how this thing turned out, you guys. Metallic black, red and orange twisties. That looks like a Perps optic twisted handle.
What color?
Perps.
All right.
And a clear thumb bit, folks. That's a beauty. And this is another one, guys. We have, like I said, no custom orders tonight, so we are all artist choice. These will all be available if they make it out of the annealer safely in the morning. They will be available at 6 p.m. for purchase. So take a look at this. A little bit of water here. We've got a nice clear foot on there, and it's pretty sturdy, so he's not too worried about having to put too much water or being too delicate with it right now, but you're gonna see it's hardly gonna take any bit of tappage. It's a beautiful punny. And it pops right off. Let's see, we got hardly any mark there. Jason knows how to work the torch. He's gonna get that smooth right out. A little bit of a squisher, perhaps. There's the squish on. You guys take a class, that's a beautiful move we get to do. You guys get to use the infamous squisher. And Dad takes it away into the annealer. Jason's over there gonna get the door for him. Dad's got two hands on the claw. Nice and sturdy, and into the box she goes. Awesome.
Get my mic on.
All right, another beautiful piece.
That was a sweetie. I like the application of the twisties on that black. Really looked tight.
Super nice.
All right, so I think what, it's your up, Jacoby?
Sorry to get you guys twisting and turning, but we're back on the push-up grind there. I think it is my turn. We got the hole nice and hot. Let's see what time it is on the old watch here. 7:30.
7:30 in our town.
That's right.
Other people might be a completely different time.
All right, Pammy says I must have been an awesome raspberry blower as a kid. Is that when you shoot raspberries out of your mouth or something?
I don't know. Maybe she was talking about the super elastic bubbly plastic. Because that was the glass blower's dream when you were a kid. You could get that stuff, you'd buy it at the store, and you'd get a big old wad of it on a straw that was only like 2 inches long. You'd have a glob of severe chemical action on there.
I know.
Yeah.
That smelled to me.
That's what it was called, super elastic bubbly plastic.
That was fun.
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with raspberries, but that does sound pretty crazy.
Well, yeah.
So I'm gonna go for something here. We gotta figure out what it is. We gotta figure that out.
Well, while you're figuring it out, I'm going to tell them about the time that you and I and Jake and Lucy and Mom went organic cherry picking up north.
Ooh.
And we had a free-for-all, and we filled up 4 giant chest packs full of cherries. And then I was tired of eating cherries, and I took mine and turned them in. And the guy said to me, he's like, wow, that's a lot of cherries. That's only $195 for you. He said, the rest of your family's got a whole bunch of cherries. I hope you're ready for this bill. And it ended up costing us about $600 in cherries, and he made us pay for them. He would not let us turn them in. So we suffered, man. But we had cherries. We had cherries for like 3 years. There were tart cherries, thank goodness.
All right, guys, I'm
Nice
gonna make
gather.
thank you, a mug here, similar to, maybe we get a little camera angle here on this one. I'm gonna line it up for the color,
Oh, the M-Cam?
the M-Cam. We're gonna need no color application bits, Jason. Okay. We're gonna do it clear, very similar to the mugs we made this morning. So I got it nice and juicy. I didn't touch the bottom because I'm gonna go into the iris gold right here, just on the bottom. and pick that action right up. Now that's not sprinkles. I don't know what sprinkles
Jimmies.
are.
They call them Jimmies.
Jimmy's?
On the East Coast in Seattle, frit is called Jimmies.
Really?
Yeah. So
picking
Jahuli
up
would
some
always be
Jimmies?
like, now we're gonna pick up some Jimmies. And he'd look and it'd just be a thing of frit like this. And I was always like, what does that mean? But it's Jimmy's out there in Seattle is called, that's what frit is.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is a beautiful iris gold. You guys know this iridescent color, and what I'm gonna do, Dad's done on our Sticky Lollies special edition rainbow twisted mugs, is where we reduce the color before we encase it in clear. So I'm gonna have Jason, when we're done blowing it up here, turn up the reduction, and we will make it look super metallic, and then we'll put the foot on top of it. And it's gonna look delicious. Popping a bubble into it here.
Just blew air into the blowpipe, guys. And when you blow air into the blowpipe to start your first bubble, you don't need to blow on it like you're blowing air to the pipe. You just blow a little pressure, cap it with your thumb, and then actually the moisture that's in your breath hits that 2,000-degree glass and expands and blows the first bubble out. For a glass blower technique, that's called capping it off, where you cap the end of the pipe off. All right. He's using some nice gravity, letting that thing, the elegance of the glass itself is such a beautiful thing. And when a glass blower knows how to let the glass be elegant on its own,
Good.
it's a great thing because your piece always looks nice. When you force the glass to do something you don't want it doesn't want to do, it doesn't always turn out. You really have to be a technically sound glass blower to force the glass to do something that it doesn't want to do. Remember, guys, we talked about it earlier. We got the 95th show, the Gnome Show, tomorrow morning from 11 to 12:30. And we're going to be prototyping gnomes. And I'm telling you what, I'm excited to work on those beards, to work on the hair, the big old balloon-style nose. It's going to be fun. The gnome knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
All right. I'll take a cap on this next one.
Some other info, you guys. Remember, if you want to win tonight's giveaway, and I think I'm doing it since Jake's blowing this piece, you just send an answer to the question to enews@glassacademy.com, and the question is, what was your favorite show to binge watch this year? A lot of new shows, and we had a lot of binge watching time, I'll tell you that.
Might actually take a little puff instead of a cap.
So it's something really, really gorgeous and sexy about blowing out just clear crystal. It's such a nice glass. Glass is so beautiful. The clarity of the glass is really nice. A lot of times when we do custom mug night here or happy hour, that's when people can come in. You guys pay a certain cost, and then I think it's, Haley, how much is happy hour? $178? At $187? Yeah, it's $187. You come in for happy hour, you get the design and then pick out your colors. We draw it up and we make your drinkware right before your very eyes, guys. And you can have a mug made, a beautiful wine glass. You can have 2 wine tumblers, 2 rocks glasses instead of one more elaborate piece. But it's a blast when we do that, you guys. And I always tell people in those classes, look at that, a nice shot of that iridescence on the bottom. He's going to put the foot over that and encase that metallicness. I always tell folks, you can put too much color on a piece of glass. It can be too colorful. That's right. Just like a pizza. You can have too much stuff. You don't want to ever order a pizza that says heavy all. It's just too much, man. And too much color makes it just not too beautiful because you can't see through it. There's a lot going on. You want to appreciate the clarity of the glass. Here comes the foot. Oh yeah, looking good. Little shaking going on. Whole lot of shaking going on.
Take a paddle real quick.
All right, we got Jay He's on the hop mode, running around, getting all crazy, looking good. I love these feet. Jake likes making them too. They're real tight. You got the double squisher. It's the double squish, it's called.
Good.
Look at that. Looking good.
Honey? Yes.
You see that garage over there glowing in the back? I love that orange glow, you guys. It's beautiful. It's like when you're in the woods and you see a fire a quarter of a mile away and you're walking through the woods at it and it's just glowing orange. It's pretty nice.
We're looking pretty good. I don't have much to do here.
That's all right. Well, then just, how about looking up at the camera and giving them a little wink? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, how's everybody doing out there tonight? You guys, I'm kind of excited. I don't get to see you, but I get to hang out with you real close tonight and tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. I kind of feel like we should have had a live feed at like 7 a.m., Jake. So we could wake up with coffee and everybody could be yawning together and hanging out in their pajamas. We should have a pajama blowing session one night.
Sounds kind of cool.
You know, big old slippers. I got my crazy slippers.
Got my slippers.
How many people out there got a nice set of slippers?
Yeah.
You need to have, you know what, I have my slippers and I'm just too hot all the time. I go out, this morning I took the trash out in the snow and I went out barefoot because I just couldn't put my slippers on. I was too hot. I put them on for like 30 seconds and I'm burning up.
It's still cold out.
It was feeling great, I'll tell you that. How about you? You got slippers, Jay?
I got socks lately.
Oh, nice.
Socks system lately.
Doing what mom always said not to do, wearing your nice socks around, wearing them out.
I got some nice socks.
Let's see.
Colors.
Yeah.
Oh, those are kind of psychedelic. I like those. That was like from Cali or something.
I don't know where they're from.
Uh-oh.
Straight.
What about you, Jake? What
Cali.
kind of socks you got? It's not
My
too
only
hot.
style.
It's not too hot in here tonight. Jake's only got 1 or 2 cuffs going up. If it was a little hotter, he'd be right up by the shins. And I've been wondering all night, what's going on with his hat? Let's take a peek up close.
It's a Jägermeister hat.
Oh, Jaeger.
I got it for free, so I had to wear it.
You didn't have to drink some Jägermeister?
No.
Tell me you were in Germany when you got it. That'd be a little bit better story. All right, he's flaring the thing open.
there.
It's looking good. This thing's nice and
Good.
tall and slender. Got a nice thin look to it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm brainstorming with my own self
For the
about
giveaway?
what the giveaway is going to be. Maybe I should. Maybe you shouldn't. That's me doing it with myself, you guys.
Well, we're gonna put a twisty on the thumb bit.
Oh,
It's gonna be
thumb
pretty
bit.
ridiculous.
Thumb bit twisty, guys.
Nah. Super straight walled. I love it. I'm gonna need to do actually. I'm
Going
gonna
on.
fix
Here's-
up the bottom.
Here's the old board, guys. We got the Gus stop going on
paddle
over
the
here. You
foot.
know what it's
Grab another
called right
paddle.
there, the Gus stop. And Gus is getting crazy over here, working out everything on our Sling Studios. Check this out. Something crazy happens when you do this, I think. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Then we got Michelle over here doing her intense action going on. Woohoo!
What'd you guys decide about the giveaway?
We're making one.
Tonight's giveaway.
All right, here we go. We got a handle coming. That thing's looking real sweet.
Real smooth.
That's a nice looking stein here, guys. A real beautiful stein. It's going to be a nice annealer reveal. But we're doing the 11 o'clock show tomorrow. I'm not sure if this annealer will be down by 11. We may have to do the annealer reveal after the 11 o'clock show tomorrow morning, number 95. We do have to do the giveaway from last Friday night, everybody. And that's going to be something special. We usually do that right around 7:30, and I think we're darn close. Last week, I remember what the giveaway piece was. I remember Jake making it. Was a cool white slug. And that's what somebody won last week for their free piece of glass that they got by sending in the answer to the question with their name to enews@glassacademy.com, guys. Don't forget to share the feed a little bit once in a while. We don't say that very often, but oh, that's the name of the winner. Did you want me to tell them now? No, we better not. Look at this, gravity handle, hollow. Oh yeah, it's gonna let it sit there. Beautiful, nice and hot, Jake, beautiful. Look at a little centrifugal force to allow that thing to pull out. I love the handles that are tapered like this, where they're thick on the bottom and thin up on the top. They're super comfortable in your hand. Was there color on that handle?
A little bit of gold on the bottom.
Oh, gold on the bottom. I like that.
Yeah, we will put a thumb saddle, same as the ones we were doing today, but we're gonna put the thumb saddle on there and then bring over. Do we have any twisties hot up in there? No, but I can. Never mind.
What
That thumb saddle.
Hey, what about picking up a piece of cane and making a marble out of the cane?
All right, that sounds great. What's up? Pick up a piece of cane? Yeah. Well, no, we don't got time. We gotta make a giveaway.
All righty.
Let's just put a gold thumb saddle on it. Okay. 742. Thank you.
Used to be a nice plane. 742.
742.
Yep.
Used to be.
Retired.
You said gold, right?
Yep. One schmack.
One schmack.
Everybody ready for a nice weekend tonight, guys? It's going to be a nice one. I know here in Michigan it's going to go down to about 5 degrees tonight. It's going to be real chilly, but I'm not complaining.
It'd be nice.
Getting a little dusting of snow, or getting about an inch of snow every night this week, which hopefully we'll get some more tonight.
Valentine's Sunday.
Valentine's Day is this Sunday. Hey, thanks for the reminder.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Little thumb action going on. The thumb bit's a pretty important part of mugs, guys, because it's the ergonomics of the mug. You don't want to be uncomfortable when you got your hand hooked into that mug having an ice cold beverage out of there. You want to be comfortable. And a comfy mug is a good mug. Yes. Ooh-wee.
Oh, yeah.
Looking nice, Jake. You see what I mean, guys, about the clarity of the glass looking good? That's glassy. So Jason's going to be stamping that thing. It's beautiful. I love seeing his back. It's really nice looking. Jake's in the glory hole over there, heating that puppy up. All those boxes of sheet of Jake's left, those are all annealing ovens, guys.
Look at that. Super clean. That's what it is. Now we're going to go for the iridescence, baby.
All right, he's going to bring some of that iridescence out. Now, for those of you who don't know, the reduction glass, that's glass that's got precious metals melted into the glass. Silver nitrate is one of them, and that brings to the surface when the glass, the furnace is heated up with a very, very high gas flame, a reduction flame. Look at that metallicness in there. It's a reduction glass, just like pottery. You can get a reduction texture on pottery and color as well by doing the same thing. You can throw some paper into the kiln or when you're raccooing something, and it brings that metallicness out in the glaze, which is just glass as well. Oh yeah, that handle's really tight, Jake. Ooh, that torch, make sure you got your glasses on, folks. Going into the annealing oven. Seems like we're having a pretty productive night tonight. We're getting a lot of stuff in there. Jake takes a little jog down to the end of the shop underneath the tropical plants into the annealing oven. Loving it. Nice job, Jake.
Thank you very much.
You see some of our tropical plants. Hey, check this out. We got some skylights up there.
Good job, man. That's really cool.
Some new skylights looking good. All right.
Alrighty then.
I like it.
Time for the giveaway, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
Kaboom.
Well, you guys know what the deal is and how that works.
I think I'm gonna make just a, is that recycled glass just hot? It's good in there, Jake?
That recycle is hot and ready to go.
I'm gonna make an all recycle, watery looking glass for the giveaway. It's gonna be a quick, beautiful one. So I'm gonna start it up. You do the things you gotta do, and you know where I'll be when the time's right.
All right, that sounds perfect. And what I gotta do is take a look at the featured product table once again for you guys. A few of these pieces still available. We got our Galaxy glasses, brandy or wine glasses, recycle, pink and blue, looking great. Our brand new Tornado tumblers on the website. We take beautiful pictures of all of these guys in the hands of our amazing staff so you guys can see what the scale and the size of these products actually are. These guys are from the very beginning, March, when we first started this show. Cookie glass, milk and cookies is still available for you guys. Beautiful flower displays. My mom does an amazing job cutting up flowers, making them look good. It's a beautiful trait to have when you're making blown glass as well. We've got a lot of vases and beautiful flower and plant display options for you guys. And so there's another beautiful display by Christina. We got our setup over here. Dad looks like maybe put up a pipe to get warm. And he said he's gonna be making some recycle action for us here.
Super pimp mug with all the bells and whistles.
What?
Yep. Might as well. It's gonna be a little on the smaller side. We don't want it to be one of those ones that holds like 40 ounces. We gotta keep it smaller. So we'll keep it around 16 ounces, I think.
Sounds about right. And it sounds like he's got the intention of making this the fanciest giveaway he can do for you guys. We've got about 10, 11 minutes left, and he loves to push the boundaries at the end, as you know. So he's going for the recycle. He did say recycle.
Just want to have the pipe red hot, and it's not quite red hot, and that'll slow me down if I don't get it hot.
Well, he did say recycle, but you're over by the clear.
Well, I wanted to reheat it
right
here.
I see. Well, you guys can take a look here, and you can see what happened today, the kind of pieces we made. Not a lot of knockoffs throughout the day. We have a couple clear ones. This was us learning that footing process that you saw me do on the goblet. Yep, that's right, where we knocked it off. We've got a couple extra clear bits that Jason must have chopped off of the piece. This was a foot over here, part of a foot, you can see snapped on a couple different angles. And the two green bits and then this black one here were all cut-offs from the mugs that we've made on the live show here. So we are on with our beautiful camera angle, the M-Cam, Marver Cam. Chris is putting a bubble into that recycle glass, and that's a beautiful process. It happens so fast right there. It's really hard to capture on video, but we've done it once or twice, and now you guys can see that this has an air bubble inside of it. Chris is shaping it up nice and smooth. I got to assume by the way he shaped it up there that he is going to be going into an optic mold. You see our three options lined up here. He's either going pineapple like I did with the wine glass. he's going large pineapple up on the top left, or I gotta guess he's going straight rib here on the right. And if I had to guess a second time, he's probably gonna twist those ribs up. So a little bit of air pressure. If his mic's on, you guys can hear him putting in some work to make sure that explodes into the ribs there. The tighter ribs you get, the more quality the piece is gonna look. And we've got a giveaway. All right. Looking good, and I will be giving that giveaway in a second here. We do have a name. I will say that it, let's see, what do I want to tell you guys? Maybe the third letter of the last name. Nah, that'll put too many people out of the running. Gotta keep it interesting. So he starts the twist with jacks. Now he grabs that ball on the end, and holding onto the ball, twisting the pipe, Jason blowing air into the piece. All three things happening at once, and he's still got plenty of heat to work with. He's gonna give it a little extra so he can swing it and get it long. And here is the giveaway slug we're gonna be giving away, you guys. There he is. I was just handed this little fella. He's kind of got a matte finish to him like the K95
Very
black
lightly
does.
blow.
It's a beautiful piece. And here we
Stop.
are, back to the action. Jack's on the outside, sculpting that air bubble and where the air is traveling. Here comes the neckline, right where you break it off. And I want to say, guys, when we get to the end of the show and Dad's working fast like this, it's a really fun challenge for glass blowers to speed make work.
Harder.
It doesn't always turn out perfect, but that's the challenge. Is how fast can you balance the speed that you're doing to create a beautiful quality product at the same time. And Dad makes things look really easy here. You guys are seeing him do those necklines and shaping the bubble all up in 1 or 2 moves like that is a really brilliant way to work the glass, a really fast pace. And not something to be not noticed. So we put a little extra air. He's using the tag. He's got some heat down there so he can use the metal because he does actually want to cool that down. He's shaping it up, getting it ready for the foot, but cooling it down so it's nice and solid so that he can put this foot on. And Jason's learning how to hang that down just like he is. Bring it over, and you're going to see this fall off the end of the pipe just like it is, looking pretty darn good. And that's hot, guys. We had the recycle burning all day today, bringing it up to, normally we let the glass sit at about 2,000 degrees overnight.
Nope.
We'll bring it up to about 2150 when we go for the working temperature. So this glass is definitely at that temperature. It is looking hot and juicy, and I'm gonna get a beautiful zoom in right on this Rosetta twisty action. Look at that. If that's not a TikTok special right there, folks, I don't know what is. All right, well, I'm going to relay some information, you guys, from tech support. We are mentioning that this slug right here is not the one we made last week. This is another one from our family, if we could get it to focus, there we go, our family of white tier slugs. And he is a cutie, but we did accidentally give away in the mix of all our orders of other heart-eyed slugs, the heart-eyed slug that we had made for the giveaway. So we've got a replacement slug there for you guys, and this is gonna be going away to someone. I'm gonna let them know, let you guys know who that winner is real soon here, maybe after Jason gets this punny correct and these guys knock this pipe off.
Perfect.
Sounds like the perfect time. They go for a longer reheat on it. Ooh, nice and juicy. That was a warm one, folks. But we've got it all lined up here. A little bit of cold metal.
Let it spin.
He's lining it up. Taps the pipe. Pops off perfect.
Thank you,
Again,
sir.
guys, that takes so many years to get that process down correct. So once again, here's our little fella, the slug. I'm gonna show you guys him on the table here. I'll pull the name away. A little white back or red background might let it focus a little more. He's adorable. He's looking right into all of your guys' souls, and his eyes kind of look like a sliced kiwi. So that's pretty darn cool. He's got some serious mojo. But here comes the name. I'm gonna put it right onto the screen here and I'll read it out to you guys. Sue Line Weber, or Weber perhaps. But that's it, Sue. Congratulations, you got yourself a free slug from the Glass Academy. And you guys know how that works. You guys enter the giveaway. Every show we give away a piece that's typically made on the show, the one you guys see on the show. We apologize for the mix-up. Surprisingly, we're still getting systems figured out every day with our new staff and with this new live feed, and mistakes do happen. So forgive us on this one, you guys. We still definitely want to give you guys something of an equal quality. So we've got another white slug there for you, and this is going to be the giveaway tonight here. Every show is different, you guys, and we try and find new winners every show, but it's a random selection of people who enter into the giveaway by answering the question. And next week, 7 days from today, someone will be winning this piece. And it's going to be a beauty. Little puffy spot in the middle. It's looking nice, and look at the optics on that with those twisted ribs. Beautiful. All right, you guys. I see some congratulations for Sue coming in hot. I love to see that, you guys. Love to see when people post their pictures of their giveaway winnings on the Glass Academy Addicts. Honestly, it's cool to see anyone posting their pictures. I love seeing where finished product ends up in people's homes, whether it's on the shelf or whether it's a product they use, a functional product. It's really cool to see how you guys use that product in your houses. So I love following the Glass Academy Addicts for that reason. Here comes Chris now going into monitor mode on the M-Cam. Well, I mean, what I mean is I got the program mode here, blowing a bubble through there, quick swing. This is really important to do this move fast, guys, and set this bubble up and get it ready to go as the handle and keep its core temperature. And you guys see how quickly that process is putting on the handle. It's super satisfying, but every glass blower who begins making handles will literally lose like 100 handles before they get one on there. And when they get one on there, you know it's a little crooked, son of a gun. A lot of people start with solid handles. Blown handles are a much more difficult process. And again, he's going for the optically twisted handle. So he's pushing the boundaries again for you guys. I never have confidence in doing these myself. I stick with the old straight regular handles, and when I can put 10 of those on in a row and they're completely perfect, then I might start doing the optically twisted one. Gonna take some time with it. So he's torching up the punty. Congratulations again to Sue, you guys. It's nice to see your guys' comments on here. A little bit of congratulations, a little support for your fellow glass lovers. Kelly, I will tell you the giveaway question in a second. What was your favorite show to watch this year? I mean, look at this rope action. Nice and hot. It bends down. I'm gonna give it a little push down to make sure it connects to the glass, and then Dad rolls it right over. He's going for the ear handle, ladies and gentlemen. See how that's kind of shaped up like an ear on the side of the piece. I don't make these often. I find the other ones more satisfying for myself to complete, a little more juicier of a process, one might say. But these are honestly the most comfortable handles in my opinion. For my hand, everyone's hands are different, lefties, righties, bigger, smaller, whatever it is. I love the way these handles feel in your hand with a little thumb bit possibly up top. I usually like having a thumb bit on my mugs. Depends on how you like to hold on to them. But there's a lot of room for customization, guys. We've been doing custom mugs for as long as I can remember as a little kid, for sure. We've started doing, since these live feeds, a lot more customization of many other products, and we have some kind of some criteria for that to happen in the beginning. To make that happen, and what we need in order for that to be a profitable and an educational and delicious experience for everybody. But custom mugs are our bread and butter, you guys. And if you guys see any of these textures, any of these patterns, any of these colors that you're falling in love with, you guys can pick and choose from what you see here. Soon enough, we will have a template for you guys, a mug template and a goblet template that I will be able to send along via email, or you guys can pick it up at the shop, that will have all of our mug options, from body shape to texture to color pattern, and you guys can pick and choose the basics. If there's something you've seen that's not on there, you're obviously welcome to ask about that. But we want to give people the option, especially people who haven't seen the live video, a way to customize the work that they're getting made. All right. Lori loves the words we use. That's what it's all about. Glass blowing and talking about glass blowing. You're winging a lot of things in glass blowing, experimenting and trying new things, and that's kind of the way I look at my vocabulary is you just kind of got to get crazy with it. Here's, look at this beautiful pinch bit. This is a bit that I don't do often because it always burns my fingers off. Dad likes it. It takes a really delicate hand, and I definitely lose the delicacy of that bit when I'm worried about my fingers sizzling and burning. It's not a blast for me. So he's going for the reheat. I do believe I saw them put the GA stamp on the side already. They kind of did a back and forth from the handle to the GA and back to the handle. Dad's going to give a little extra love on the punty just to make sure it's nice and hot so he can break it off. If that makes sense to you guys. And then he's going to show us this final all-recycle delicious mug that he made. Looking good. Check that out, folks. Beautiful optics, the light shining in it like that. Look at the sparkle. It's a beautiful piece. Another one at the Glass Academy, folks. How about a round of thumbs? This is not like the Renaissance where we can hear you guys cheering and screaming and getting crazy and throwing turkey legs at us. But we do appreciate a heart or a like or a bubble exploding on your screen into our Facebook feed and into the Facebook atmosphere. A little bit of water and off to the knockoff bench. We got our recycle furnace door nice and open, ready to go for the end of the day. So without letting the camera get too hot, I'll shut that baby down. And Jason's gonna go with the squish on here. Some nice heat on it, a nice squish. And it may seem simple just torching the bottom like that and putting a squish on it, but there's a lot of subtleties to torching the glass and making sure you're hitting it with the correct amount of flame at the right angle, not burning the glass, not bubbling it over, and not taking too long that it gets too cool and it cracks. So as simple as that may look, we do it on every piece, but it is a beautiful process. Nice job, you guys. That was awesome. Nice work, Jason. Another beautiful show. I'm going to show you guys this on the way by. I wanted to try some kind of cool color texture out with a bunch of broken down, super thin shards of clear. That may be something coming up in the future.
I like it.
But that was beautiful, you guys.
Remember, tomorrow morning, 11 to 12:30, show number 95. We're going to be making something special.
Gnomes.
The Gnome Show.
Very good. So Gus is going to have our closing action going on over there. I'm going to show you guys once again the giveaway. I'll show you our gnome prototype ideas coming up right over here. This is our giveaway question, you guys. Send that in by the end of the night tonight to this email. I'll show you guys the product, featured product table one last time. 2 more sets of wine glasses available here, looking fresh and delicious. And really everything's available on the website, guys. You can check out this Facebook show's selection and check out everything else we have, because our ability to make product ranges from many different angles, and we do a lot with ashes, we do a lot of awards, we do all kinds of really cool things. So take a look, you guys. Support local, support small businesses, and we will prop you up here, let it sit, let you guys head on out at your own pace. And we look forward to seeing you guys on a show real soon here. All right. Have a good